Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'll lead you step by step through the ABRSM Theory Grades. There are lots of resources available. If you go to my website, if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download those in US letter and also A4 to accompany each step of this series. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also find information about the books I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time on exam day when you're actually working through your paper. So if you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find it all there. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. And now we're going to complete the last section of the Grade 5 2014 Paper C. If you turn with me first of all to page 23, you'll see that we have a melody question here to compose a melody. However, this is one of the changes from the newly revised exam syllabus, and from 2018 onwards this will not appear in the exam paper at all, neither the composition of a melody or the composition of a melody to words. So none of those will appear, neither of those I should say, will appear on the paper, and so we just skip on to the next question. So although the papers have changed, these are still really valid resources for your revision and your exam prep, so do still continue to work through these past papers from previous earlier years, but just be aware that you can skip that question. And so now we turn the page to page 24 to look at the last question. This is always my favourite, sort of easy peasy 10 marks here just to finish the exam with. So we're asked to name these chords here and suggest suitable chords for 2 cadence points. So if there is any option, if there's an alternative, if you get a choice, you need to make sure you choose chords that are appropriate to cadences. Remember, if I just refresh your memory, I'll just sketch down here what the cadences are. If we've got 5-1, that's a perfect cadence. That's sort of a very strong finish, sort of like a ta-da kind of ending. We have a 4-1, which is it's still a full close, but it's a more gentle close, and that's called a plagal cadence. It's a bit like a sort of an amen kind of ending. And then we've got anything to chord 5, and ending on chord 5 leaves you hanging. It doesn't sound finished at all, and that's called an imperfect cadence, which of course makes sense because it's a very unsatisfactory ending, and that's the whole point, to leave you hanging to move on to the next section. Just a general information as well, chord 2 is included because chord 2 is a good preparatory chord to lead into a cadence point, so that is also an option. So let's just think about what we are going to be looking for before we choose these chords. So we have to think what key we're in first of all, and so we can see we've got no sharps or flats. We're in the key of C major, so we're looking for chords 1, 2, 4 and 5. So chord 1 of course is built on C, chord 2 is built on D, chord 4 is built on F, C, D, E, F, and then G is chord 5. Let's build our triads. First, third, fifth, C, E, G, C, D, E, F, G, first, third, fifth, D, F, A, F, A, C, G, B, D. So they're the chords we're looking for. We can't comment on what position the chord is in. We can't say root, first inversion, second inversion, because we have no bass notes, and so we've not got that information. So we need to look at the melody notes and decide which chord would best suit those melody notes as a harmony. So we have here in the treble clef, we have an F, a C and an A, and we can see that chord 4 ticks all of those boxes, and so we have a chord 4. So to me it looks like we're going to a plagal cadence here. We have a C and an E. And so there, that's pretty much 2/3 of chord 1. So we can presume that the G would be in another voice part of the chord. So chord 1 would answer our purpose there, and we have a plagal cadence. Let's see what we have here. So the next cadence progression, we have an F, an A, a D, E, F. Now, of course, all of these won't make sense as a chord. However, this E isn't really part of the harmony. It's just a passing note where we just pass through by step, just filling in the gap between those two harmony notes. It's not actually part of the chord. And so now we know we can discount that. We know we've got an F, an A, a D and an F. And there's chord 2, which is our good preparatory chord. Now let's see what we've got here. We've got a B, a G, a B. So a B and a G gives us enough of a clue to tell us that we've got chord 5 here. Chord 5 would suit perfectly looking towards a perfect cadence. And let's double check that that's where we're going. We've got a C, a G, a C. Chord 1 would answer that with the C and the G. The E is inferred, that would be in another voice part, and chord 1. 2-5-1 gives us a nice perfect cadence to suitably end that question. It also ends that exam paper. I do hope that this is helpful to you. I hope it's helping you to get to grip with your studies, and I certainly hope that you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying working through it with you. If you can give me a like, that would be really super. And please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's always lots more in store. Please also do visit sharonbill.com and have a good browse around all the resource and information that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.